I love when coaches, consultants, and professional service providers want to do big things in their business. They want to rise to the top and influence their market and the world around them. They want to have a greater impact and make a more lucrative income. Well, if this is you, welcome to Expert in You podcast, the show where I interview other experts and coaches, consultants, so that they can share their success strategies with you. We're going to talk about marketing and how to close more sales, how to get more premium clients, and how to really build your visibility in the market and scale your business like a boss. If this is you, welcome to the show. I want to ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell right now so you don't miss one episode. Grab your coffee and buckle up because we are ready to give it all to you to help you become the expert and get paid as the expert that you are. Welcome back to another episode of Expert in You podcast. I'm your host, Carden, and this week I want to talk about marketing versus branding. Oh my goodness, there's so much confusion out there in the online world and even in the offline world, because I marketed and built businesses in the offline world before I ever came online. But there is confusion around branding and marketing. So I thought I would break it all down for you in this episode. So thank you for being here. If you have not yet subscribed to the show, I would really appreciate it if you would do that. And sharing is caring. So please share it with someone else that you feel would benefit. And please leave a review if you find value in the show. So I'm excited to jump in with you today. Okay, marketing versus branding. So there's so much out there about building a personal brand, right? I talk about it. I talk about strong positioning in the market. I talk about being seen as the expert and the authority. And this is part of branding, but people confuse this with marketing. So a lot of people think if they just build their brand, they will come. If I build my brand, I will get sales. But sales are made from marketing. Now, over time, if you become an Apple or a McDonald's or a Nike, your brand will start making sales for you. But marketing is how you promote whatever it is you're trying to sell. So this is the promotion side of it. Branding is the identity. It's the visual and the emotional thing that you see when you come across a brand. So a brand is the outside perception that you have of a company, of a product, of a service, of that person, of the credibility, the reputation that a brand has, the voice of a brand. This is all part of the brand. But the marketing is, okay, I want to sell this thing. We're going to put a campaign behind it. We're going to promote it. We're going to run ads. We're going to do whatever to try to get people to buy the product or the service. So marketing is a series of tactics that are done to get people to buy. And marketing is typically more short-term, and branding is a long game. Branding is a long-term thing because as you build your business brand, it's going to be around for a long time, right? So you have to think long-term for your brand. But this is also why you do not want to mistake the two, because while you're building that standout brand, while you're building that expert brand and that authority brand, you also have to be making sales, or you're not going to have much of a business. So it takes both things when you are building your coaching, consulting, or professional service business. Now, think about branding as the foundation. If you have a solid foundation, you're going to build a home and you want to make sure that home is going to be around for years and years, and it's going to be solid and it's not going to fall down. Well, this is very much like a brand, right? It's the foundation. It's the solid foundation of your business. And it's what all of your marketing is built on. So the stronger your brand is, the easier your marketing will be. Just think about Apple, for example. They come out with a new iPhone and they already have people wanting it, pre-ordering it to get that iPhone, right? And all they have to do is just say, hey, we have a new iPhone. And that's about all it takes. But it's because they have the brand. People already know what they stand for. People already know they can depend on the product and they can depend on the company. People already know that they love the brand and they love everything that they put out. And so now that brand does the heavy lifting for them. Well, your brand can do the heavy lifting for you as well. When you build that solid brand and you continue to grow that brand and build it, it will start doing the heavy lifting for your marketing as well. So my brand is Expert in You. You can see it behind me. You can see it on my book. This is my podcast, right? So everything I'm building my brand around is about you building a business around your expertise. So that's where Expert in You came from. So I'm building this entire brand around Expert in You. It's not about a logo, although the logo becomes very identifiable, right? Because people see it over and over again. They see it everywhere on the podcast, again, behind me, on my book, on my coffee mug that I use all the time. And so everything that I'm doing, I'm consistently still building on that brand, but that's a long game, right? I still have to make sales. So, hey, I would love right now for you to go buy my Expert in You book. You can get it on Amazon. You can go to my website and get it. That's a promotion. That's marketing. Go buy my book. Okay. So don't confuse the two. And a lot of people do. They really do confuse the two. I see people out there working so hard to build their brand, but they're never making offers. They're never trying to move people to a sale. And quite honestly, I don't even really know what they sell. Like, they're amazing, but I don't really know what I can buy. And so that's where they haven't connected the marketing piece to the branding piece. So you need both. So think of marketing as short-term, build revenue, make sales. This is how I'm going to keep my business going, right? That's your marketing. That's where you have to actually take the actions and make offers, let people see what they can buy. That's the marketing side of it. And then the branding side is that long game where you're building content, you're building credibility. I put out a lot of content every single week. That's all building my brand. So don't confuse the two. And it's why I really wanted to talk about this on the podcast, because I see so many coaches and consultants who are doing the hard work. They're doing all the work on building their brand, becoming known, but yet they're not making money. They don't have much of a business, because even though people identify with them and their brand, people don't know what they can buy from them. So they don't buy. And so these same coaches and consultants that have worked really hard to build up their brand, they're not monetizing that in the way that they could. There's just no real clear cut, this is what I actually do. This is what you can buy. So if you go and check me out across all social media platforms, everywhere, you're going to be able to see that I'm a coach and I'm a consultant, and you'll be able to see that I help people build their businesses and build high-end businesses. And you'll be able to see that across all channels. So don't confuse the two, but also make sure you're doing both of them in your business. Make sure you're building that brand, the long game. You keep putting out content, you keep elevating your brand online, you keep becoming known, your brand becomes known. I had someone the other day say, oh my gosh, every time I see Expert in You, I know it's Ann. That's part of building a brand. And here's the cool thing. You can actually do that as in like a micro niche. So I was on someone's podcast one day, and he said, I have a celebrity on here. And I had to laugh, because I am not at all a celebrity. I'm telling you, I am not. I do not have hundreds of thousands of followers. But I am maybe more well known in my circle because I have built my brand in a particular niche, in a particular industry, right? And so that's really, when people see that over and over again, they identify that with a brand, with maybe even a celebrity in that niche, right? But that's the power of a brand. But I also market. You get emails from me. I ask you to book calls when we're on the podcast. I invite people into my virtual workshops and the things that I'm doing. I sell my programs. And so I do market as well. I let people know they can buy from me. And that is what my whole business is about. But I build up the foundation of my business so that there's credibility, there's authority for what I do, there's believability, that which goes along with credibility. But I also have very clear cut products and services that you can buy from me. So I hope this has helped you today to pull together those two worlds and build your business and think about not just being seen, but how can you be seen and sell? Because at the end of the day, you're not much of a business if you're not making money, right? A business is profitable. A business is to make profits. And there's a difference in building something charity and building something for your business. So if you're trying to build your business, do not forget to make offers. Do not forget to run marketing campaigns. Do not forget to always be focused on growing that revenue and making sales while you are building your brand, building your followers, building your audience. They have to go hand in hand. So I would love to know what you think about this show. Has this maybe opened up your mind to, oh gosh, maybe that's why I'm not making the money that I want. Maybe that's why I'm not getting my business to where I want it to be, but I'm doing a lot of stuff, right? You're putting all the content out there, you're building your brand, you're doing all of that work. But remember, if you build it, they will not come unless you ask them to, okay? You have to ask people to buy. You have to ask people to take the next step with you. And you have to move people. You want to influence and move people into a sale if it's a fit for them. So I hope you found this valuable. Let me know what you think. And until next week, you have an amazing day. God bless you. Go rock your business. Bye-bye. If you've enjoyed this episode, I want to invite you to go check out a free training that I have at expertinu.us. It is a training that I have on how you can get ultra premium dream clients, scale your business, get more freedom, and really simplify your business and multiply your money. So go check that out. And again, that is expertinu.us. I want to thank you for being here with me this week. I hope you found massive value. Please always leave a comment, feedback, or a question. We check them all. And I want you to go rock your business and make sure you join us again next week. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.